Please rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Bunton.
Here.
Campbell.
Here.
Dempsey.
Here.
Ford.
Here.
Hill.
Here.
Crop. Here. Menser.
Here. Excuse me. Announcements, acknowledgements, communications, and reports. This evening we have two presentations, and our first presentation is from State Representative Marilyn Lane. So please come up.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you, Honorable Mayor and Council, for this opportunity to be before you. I come tonight because I want to give you my heartfelt appreciation and thank you for the opportunity for allowing me to represent all of you in Mount Clemens, to the residents at home, to my new friends that I've met along the way, to everybody. It has just really been an honor and a privilege. And what I did when I first got to Lansing, you know, when you get up there and there's, 110 different districts throughout the state of Michigan, we get to know each other and learn about different parts of the state. And everybody has different means of having to represent the area they come from. So when I got there, everybody, the first thing they always want to know is, where are you located? That was kind of how we always had to separate ourselves. So I ended up taking each one of my communities, Fraser, Clinton Township, and Mount Clemens. And I took a picture of each one of the communities. And I had them hanging in my office.
That's great.
So every time somebody came, whether they're visiting from back home and that was now something they were familiar with, or those that weren't familiar, we could give them an idea, a little bit of a flavor of the communities and what District 31 looked like. So I kept this hanging the whole time I was there, and certainly it served well for identifying the district where I came from in Macomb, but it also always served me well with always remembering who sent me. Sometimes you get in Lansing, you get into that bubble, and so much is happening. It's easy to get caught up in it. So every day when I was there, whether it was early in the morning or late at night, I always remembered, where I came from, and kept me really planted and served me well. So what I wanted to do is to bring it back home. And so I would like to be able to present it here in Mount Clemens, and I'm sure you could find
thank
somewhere
you.
a place that
Yes.
you can
Right there, there's even a hanging nail.
anywhere you'd like to have it, but I would tell you that everybody really liked when they came in and they could see the different style of community. So that's really what I wanted to do, was be able to bring this back home, and again, really extend my heartfelt thank you. It was a pleasure working with each. We went through some challenges, as we know, in Lansing. Hasn't always been a partner with local government. Having been sitting in those seats, I was always advocating how they always balance their budgets on our back and make it much more difficult for us to do our jobs back home, always thinking of themselves first and then leaving everybody else to fend for themselves. Well, Mount Clemens has done well. All of you. You should be very proud. The challenges that you've had. We haven't had much of a partner in Lansing, but, look at all the new development, the things that are happening, the excitement, a little bit of a turn in budgetary issues, but we hope that, we would continue to have that voice that'll continue to remind them that local government needs the help too. So I'd hope that I never lost that. I think each and every one of you I was always advocating, because having been in those seats, that was why I went there, to remind people that back home we all have a job too to do. So thank you so much. Merry Christmas to everybody. And again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much to you and to the residents.
Thank you.
Marilyn, I just want to say you were probably, as long as I've been on the city commission and being mayor, you have been the one voice for us in Lansing. And I have to say that all those years, if I called you, you answered. If I had questions, you answered. And I truly appreciate what you did while you were up there.
Thank you.
And we're going to miss you.
Thank you. I'm going to miss everybody too. Just thank you for giving me the opportunity. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Okay, our next presentation is the 2016 fiscal year end audit report by Plant Moran. And I'm going to have to move, otherwise I'll be blinded.
Yep, we don't want to blind anybody here. Great. Well, while Joe sets that up, I'm very pleased to be here tonight to present the results of the 2016 audit. Again, I'm Lisa Mineta, a municipal audit partner with Plant Moran, and with me is Joe Werner, who is the manager on the account. We will go through a very brief slide presentation just to give some highlights of the financial results for the city. But just again to reiterate, as we talked about at the work session, the results of our audit procedures were again to issue an unmodified or a clean opinion, which means that the financial statements bound that you have in front of you are fairly stated in accordance with all accounting principles that governmental entities are required to follow. So that's the type of opinion you'd want to see every year. And overall, from a financial perspective, as we've talked about in the past, the city has faced a lot of challenges in recent years. In 2016, we're pleased to see an increase to fund balance as the Headley override millage had its first year. But still some challenges ahead that the city is prepared to face. So Joe is going to go through our graphs, and then we're happy if there's any questions to address them at that point.
Okay, so a couple slides here. The first slide represents the general fund revenue over the last couple of years. We see that it's increased each of the last several years, and the majority of the revenue is related to property taxes, which will see a significant increase from 2016 compared to 2015. Here we have the general fund expenditures. So a slight decrease from 2015 to 2016 from about 9.5 million to 9.2 million. The majority of the increase was related to a decrease in health insurance costs and CDBG related expenses. So a trend analysis here shows that the fund balance had been decreasing for several years, and then now we can see an uptick in the fund balance, which again related to an increase in property tax revenue. And what this graph shows here is a comparison of the unrestricted cash balance for the water supply system compared to the required debt payments for specifically the water supply system. So we can see an increase in the cash flow for the water supply system, and it's trending in the right direction compared to the debt service payments. And a similar graph here for the sewage disposal system, again comparing the unrestricted cash balance to the debt service payments. So this fund here is in better shape when we're looking at the amount of cash on hand to pay the required debt service payments. And those were some of the summary highlights of the financial statements. If there's any questions, we'd be happy to answer them.
I'm not allowed to.
She reached her quota.
I actually have one question about the CDBG money. We've seen some decreases in that, Brian. Do you got any kind of idea of a trend for 17-18?
Yeah, our CDBG amount starting July 1, 2017 will be very similar to what we received in 2016. And the county has moved back to an annual program as opposed to the 3-year funding cycle that they were under for a number of years. So we should be in a more steady position in terms of CDBG funding. It has been decreasing, but it will be steady on an annual basis.
Okay, well, thank you.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Well, thank you very much for your time. We really appreciate it. Happy holidays.
Joe, could you turn that off? Or move it? Oh, there, it's, thank you. Yeah. I see stars. Okay, adoption of the agenda.
Move to adopt the agenda as presented.
Second.
Roll call.
Campbell,
Yes.
Dempsey,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Crop,
Yes.
Menster,
Yes.
Bunton.
Yes.
Okay, public participation. This is the time you may address this body. All we ask is that you give us your name, residential address, and that you adhere to our 3-minute rule.
Good evening, Ruthie Stevenson, 69 Bain Street. I'm up here to talk about the snow. I know once we have a horrific snow event, you have 24 hours on any given time. A lot of the people in the community, some of them get out, some of them don't. But my problem is not so much as the residents, because I feel that, you know, if these youngsters are going around asking for work and we can criticize them when they're not doing anything, just give them a couple dollars to do something. But my problem is with these vacant properties or people that come in with the rentals or the vacant houses. You should see the first snow hasn't been done. And I'm all over this city doing some stuff in being involved with our church as far as food and stuff like that. But I tell you, it's horrific when you almost hit people because they're walking in the street because they can't walk on the sidewalks. Mount Clemens hit a record of 11.6 in that first snowfall. Guess what? A lot of that snow on some of these sidewalks have not been done, especially if you were to walk straight down the street. Guess what? You can't. It's the snow is deep. A lot of these rentals, if nobody's in them or anything like that. I just wish the city could do something. If they don't remove the snow within a certain amount of time, I would say 48 hours, can the city come in and remove the snow? A lot of our kids walk to school in the morning. And to have them walk in the street and with the streets and stuff as icy as it is now, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. And something needs to be done with that process about snow removal. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? No?
Mickey Weiss, 18200 Terra Drive, Clinton Township, Mount Clemens Downtown Development Authority. I just want to do my infomercial about our New Year's Eve events that we have coming up. We have our New Year's Eve in Never Never Land for the children, obviously on the 31st, starting at 4 o'clock and going till 9 p.m. We have a lot of activities for the kids. They can meet and greet characters in some of our restaurants. We have fantasy face painting. We have amusement rides that are manual that the kids can actually run them themselves. We have the Pirates Cove Activity Center at 70 Macomb Place, where we all have games, crafts, and other activities for the kids. Pony rides, petting zoo. We have magic shows, train rides. The Optimists will be doing a cakewalk for the kids. They seem to enjoy that a lot. We'll also have story time with the fairy godmother. And at 9 a.m. in Never Neverland, or 9 p.m. in Never Neverland, it's midnight. And the children will have their own fireworks show. That'll be sponsored by Nickel and Sap Insurance. And then at 9:30, we start with the adult gala. We will have live entertainment at 9:30 with East Side West Side Band. And then we will be selling our 50/50 raffle tickets up until 11:30. And then we will do the drawing. The mayor will pick the winner at 11:55, and we'll commence the evening with a big fireworks show for the adults. So I want to invite all of our residents to come down and enjoy your city. We do a great job. We fill the city streets starting early in the day and up through the evening, and we'd certainly like to see everyone show up for that. Also, the Emerald Theater will be open, and they'll have a show going on that evening for those that haven't chosen something to do. It's very affordable. It's only $20 to get in, and then, of course, you can come out on the street for our fireworks show. So please come and enjoy your city. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have hey, Mickey.
Back to the mic.
Hey, Mickey, I just have a suggestion. I was wondering, you have some really great flyers out, and you've had it on, the DDA's Facebook, but I was wondering if you could email those flyers to us, because I would post that on one of the 3 Facebook pages, that I'm a member of.
I'd be happy to do that.
And I'd like to post it multiple times.
Sure. I did send it to John's too, so that would be awesome to do that, because that taps into a whole nother group of people.
Sure it does.
But absolutely, we can do that.
Okay.
Thank you.
And any of you who have the Downtown Development Facebook page, just hit share, and it'll go over to your Facebook page also.
And if you
So,
go
yeah,
on
do
to
that.
today, we
Yeah.
did post, the city just got a shipment of all of their new apparel. So if anyone hasn't done their Christmas shopping yet, and you have guests coming in from out of town who are from Mount Clemens, we have our new T-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies. We have fleece sleeveless vests now. And so just come down to City Hall. We have a little store going on. So
Okay. Thank you. That's all right. Less for me to say. No one else? Okay. Administrative, we didn't have any, do we? No. Okay, moving right along. Approval of the minutes from previous meetings.
Move to approve the minutes from the December 5th City Commission meeting as presented.
Support.
Roll call.
Dempsey,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Crop,
Yes.
Menster,
Yes.
Bunton,
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
General business 9A, approval of Lance Cruise Athletic Boosters Club Rubber Ducky Race on May 20th, 2017. I need a motion.
Move to approve the Lance Cruise Athletic Booster Rubber Ducky Race on Saturday, May 20, 2017, from 8:30 to 2 p.m.
Support.
The Lance Cruise Athletic Booster Club is requesting City Commission approval to hold a rubber duck race on Saturday, May 20th, 2017, from 8:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. The event would include dropping rubber ducks into the Clinton River from the Crocker Boulevard Bridge with pickup at the Dickinson Street Bridge. Event organizers are requesting use of both banks of Clinton River Park and the City Hall parking lot for setup. They are also requesting the assistance of the Department of Public Services for the dropping of the ducks. The timing of the bridge closures would also be coordinated with the Department of Public Services so that proper vehicle access is maintained at all times. The event organizer has discussed the event with the Macomb County Sheriff's Marine Division. A certificate of liability insurance naming the city as an additional insured will be required as a condition of approval.
Can I go first? Can I go first? Sure. I do have just one question. The charges for the DPW services and everything else, they are paying those, am I correct?
Correct.
Okay, because it's not in here, I want to make sure, because they're not in our community, which I'm not saying that, you know, if it's somebody in our community, they shouldn't pay also, but that's a Saturday. And any time from the time that we're going to be utilizing our DPS, we should get reimbursed for that. Okay, great. Okay.
I just wondered, I couldn't remember, doesn't this coincide with another event that we have in the city?
They used to have a rubber ducky drop from the, it was a combination of the museum group and a couple other groups with the museum group that did a rubber ducky drop.
But they didn't
But
do
they
it
do it in the spring or something, right?
We didn't do it like during one of the craft shows or Mother's Day art fair?
That was,
Did it
there.
during Car Cruise
Yeah.
and the Mount Clemens Art Fair the first year that the
Mus-
Children's Hands-On Museum.
They did it.
Okay, all right.
Any other questions? Okay, roll call.
Ford,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Crop,
Yes.
Menster,
Yes.
Bunton,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Dempsey.
Yes. Okay, approve purchase payment of invoices.
Move to approve purchases and payment of invoices as presented.
Second.
Any questions? Seeing none, roll call.
Crop,
Yes.
Menster,
Yes.
Bunton,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Dempsey,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Consent agenda.
Move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Support?
Roll call.
Menster,
Yes.
Bunton,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Dempsey,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Crop.
Yes.
Okay, city managers report.
There was a work session on Monday, December 19th, which was prior to this meeting, at 6 o'clock to review the city's 2016 fiscal year-end report with Plant and Moran, which you just saw. I do want to thank Linda Kunith, the finance director, and the finance department for all of their work in putting that together for the last several months. Please consider donating to the city's MacArthur Park Clinton River project. Donations are tax deductible and will be taken until January 28th, 2017. If the $60,000 goal is met, the project will receive an additional $50,000 in funding. Please visit the city's website at www.cityofmountclemens.com for more information or to make a donation. City offices will be closed on Friday, December 23rd and Monday, December 26th, 2016 for the Christmas holiday, and Friday, December 30th and Monday, January 2nd, 2017 for the New Year's holiday. Refuse pickup will run on schedule through the holidays. The annual Macomb County New Year's Eve Gala will begin at 10:30 p.m. on Saturday, December 31st, 2016, on Main Street. There will be entertainment and a fireworks display at midnight. Celebrations will begin in the downtown area, with special events taking place from 4 to 9 p.m., including the annual Children's New Year's Eve in Never Never Land. For more information, please contact the Downtown Development Authority at 586-469-4168.
Questions? Okay, Commissioner comments. Commissioner Ford.
I like the, Jeff Woods, a nice job on that snow. You got all the streets in time. Thank you.
Commissioner Button.
First, I'd like to thank John Hanna and the Emerald Theater. I think you had an awesome opening night, and we all enjoyed it, those who attended. We welcome you to the community, and we really hope everything goes well. So, Godspeed. About the snow removal, I guess I have a bit of a problem, and it still is similar to the people who brush their leaves into the streets so that they clog the gutters. But those who take your snow and push it into the street after the streets have been plowed also creates a problem. Just picture, perhaps, that the street has been cleared, then you push your snow into the street, and somebody's driving down that street, and they got dry pavement all the way up to where you pushed your snow into the street, and then they hit a brake to try to correct or try to avoid having, and they skid and they run into somebody else, or run into a tree, a post, whatever. I guess I'm trying to encourage people, you don't put your stuff into the streets. It's not a situation where the city is responsible for picking up your snow or your leaves or any of that. Please just push it to the side of your driveway. Either side would be just fine. Just a comment. I guess with that, I'll go right on into the holidays. December has a whole lot of holidays. Actually, the winter solstice, the beginning of winter, occurs on the 21st of December. And so those of you who are snow lovers, I guess that's a holiday for you to enjoy. The Forefathers' Day also occurs on the 21st of December, and that's a day celebrating the day the Pilgrims landed on Plymouth Rock. The 24th, obviously, is Christmas Eve, but it's also George Washington's birthday. The 25th is, of course, Christmas Day, but also it's the beginning of Hanukkah, and the 26th of December is the beginning of Kwanzaa. New Year's Eve is obviously on the 31st, so there are a lot of things that you can celebrate during the course of the latter part of the month of December. So, enjoy, and I guess I could say happy holidays, a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, and anything else that somebody's celebrating, enjoy. Commissioner Wisdom for the night. It's easier to do a job right than to explain why you didn't. And with that, we'll say good night.
Thank you. Commissioner Menser?
So, where I've been this month, I went to the Emerald. It was absolutely gorgeous. It looks like a small Fisher Theater in there. It is just beautiful. And as Commissioner Button said, I have high hopes for that stirring participation and renovation and traffic in our downtown area. I went to the Downtown Arts Center. Fabulous Christmas show. I hope that everybody goes before the 22nd and takes a look at and finds themselves a piece of art. I've been to Pyro Studios. I wanted to stop in and see what they had and check them out. I went to ABC Magic Shop and I bought we used to call them gyroscopes. They call them Twizzlers in there, And I bought some other old retro toys that I'm going to give to our 8-year-old, my little man. And he's I think he's going to have a lot more fun than he does with his Nintendo DSL. I have been to O'Halloran's in Orleans and Bass City, got my hair done at Studio 58. We, of course, bought gumbo and mac and cheese from Gumbo's. And myself and 45 of my coworkers had our annual Christmas party upstairs at Little Lorraine's, where the pizza is fantastic. And they were gracious enough to close the bar to traffic until we were done with our party. It was just an awesome thing, and I believe that our city has got some great things going on. So, as you gather at Christmas with your loved ones, I ask that you keep in mind your neighbors who may be suffering hardship and misery. I ask that you keep in mind our first responders, our fire department, and the police officers who patrol our city, many times under perilous situations, and who will be working Christmas Day. I ask that you keep in mind our military members who risk their lives to preserve our freedoms in lands far from home on Christmas Day. Christmas is a state of mind and a state of heart. It is found in our hearts throughout the year when faith overcomes doubt, when hope conquers despair, and when love triumphs over hate. If we live together in harmony, our children will know joy, and our hopes for peace, freedom, and prosperity for all may finally be realized. So I wish you all a Merry Christmas this month and every month. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Kropp?
I wanted to thank everyone who attended my coffee talk in December. My next dates will be January 17th and the 21st at John's Family Grill. They're a week later than normal, so I just wanted to make sure that everybody kind of takes note of that. And then I just wanted to say Merry Christmas to everyone, and Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, and all the other holidays that Mr. Bunton mentioned. I also wanted to say that I think, as I reflect on 2016, that I think it's been a good year for Mount Clemens, and it's been a year of what maybe some would call transition. And I hope that we build on the year of 2016, and that makes 2017 a great year for Mount Clemens. And I believe, you might see that word around, I believe that it will. So that's all I have tonight.
Thank you. Commissioner Hill?
Well, I wanted to say something about some of the snow issues also. What I want to do is encourage people to move your cars off the streets when it snows. Even if there's not a snow emergency declared, if it's enough snow that the plows have to be out, it would be really nice if people would move their cars off the street. It's a benefit to you and to all of your neighbors, because then the snow plows can plow the whole street and not just down the middle. So please consider doing that. I also wanted to remind people about the brunch buffet at John's Family Grill on the day before Christmas, the December 24th. Why, were you going to announce?
Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
Well, anyway, there's no charge, but there's a lot of food too. There's no charge, but they are accepting donations, and all of the donations will go to supporting homeless programs in Mount Clemens churches. So please take a little time off on Christmas Eve and go in. I think it's served from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. and enjoy yourself, say hello to other people, and contribute to the homeless programs. And with that, I would like to say that, as others have said, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Holidays. Enjoy yourself, but be safe.
Thank you. Commissioner Campbell?
I just have one little thing here regarding tonight we had a year-end audit report, and our financial picture is better now than it's been in many years. And so that was very good news, hearing that. So I would like to say a special thank you to all those who helped prepare this report. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, since everyone has said pretty much everything, I concur with everybody. I'm just going to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, a happy holiday that covers everything in holiday, Even George Washington's birthday? And be safe out there, enjoy yourself, see you downtown New Year's Eve for the big grand finale for the year. So, be safe. Thank you. I need a motion to adjourn. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Meeting adjourned.